going on, everybody?
What? Why is everybody laughing?
For audio listeners, right before we hit the intro, things were normal, and as we come swerving back in, Rice has replaced himself with an angry looking owl, and I'm sorry, that took me the absolute hell out. That is incredible. I'm joined this week, as always. Welcome to PlayStation Generation. This week we're going to talk about a whole bunch of stuff, but I'm joined as always by the PlayStation Owl Kage himself, Mr. Rice. Boy, what's up, Ricey?
What's up, everybody? Today, I'm just a little bit more angry than usual. And,
any particular reason for that anger? Owl Rice, Owl Boy, Rice Boy, Rice Bowel.
Well,
there we go.
I just ate a whole bunch of rats, and I'm about to cough them all up. So this part of the process is not the best.
Well, it's a good thing that we have on the show as well somebody who might have something for your cough. The Buckley's bro himself, Mr. Denny Rukun. What's up, Denny?
I got a big character.
No. Oh man, I'm good. How are you guys? Happy Sunday.
Happy Sunday. This is some prime time energy we're coming in here this Sunday.
Good.
We got a bunch of messages and stuff last week that people had a lot of fun with the show last week. So everybody who reached out, we appreciate all of you very much. Thanks for the well wishes. But yeah, we've been on one the last little while, guys. I'm proud of us.
A little bit, a little bit. Finding ourselves an identity on the internet.
Yeah. There's an identity that we're refining it. And clearly, at least some people are resonating. So we're doing something. We appreciate all of you so very much. On this week's show, we're going to talk some Battlefield 6. We're going to talk some PlayStation Plus. We're going to talk about some very Matt stuff with Mega Man, Star Force, and Digimon. And we're going to talk about a state of play. There's whispers in the wind that we'll try and nail down on a little bit. But before we do all that, I want to do a little check-in. I want to see what my boy's been up to. Denny, what you been playing?
The same thing as last week. I'm still riding the Gears of War train, so choo-choo. Choo-choo. Finishing the campaign. Got some people who want to run some multiplayer because Rice won't play with me.
Fair.
Stop.
You got you with your Buckley stunt last week. I think you got so far under his skin. There's a quick follow up. A few days later, Bryce was still messaging us about Denny's Buckley's bit from last week and how deeply it unnerved him. I don't think he's ready for that yet, Denny. I don't think he's ready.
Days later.
Yeah.
Literally days later, I had to message these guys, and I'm like, I can't believe he took a post and continued the bit from that post to a repost to the chat to the actual show and then fully interrupted and took me out of my own thoughts. And so I took that personally, maybe a little bit too much. I should have booked a therapy session because I could not sleep.
For anybody who just watched, what's up, Klein? Hi, friends. Just dropping by to say hi. Have a good show. Appreciate you as always, my friend. We gotta get Klein on here soon. We're gonna get Klein on here to hang with us very, very soon.
Absolutely.
For anybody who's unaware, as you may have missed last week's show, I guess we didn't really call much attention to it. We kind of did throughout the podcast, but Denny committed to a bit last week where he just like washed out a Buckley's, and he was like sipping on it the entire time, trying to pretend like it was real. Anybody who may have been concerned about Denny's health, please don't worry. It was a bit.
When who texted me while that was happening, I'm fine. It was water. I just did it to mess with these guys.
Yeah. So no worries to anybody. But it sat with Rice, and I think it still does.
But I haven't heard the end of it. It's been a week. Come on, guys.
No, and it's not going to end. This is the hell that you've created for yourself. So get ready for this never to die. But Gears of War.
Yes.
It good?
Yeah.
Still good.
Yeah, it's great.
Does it hold up?
Good. Yeah. It's Gears of War. I can't complain.
And it's fun with friends.
Yeah, it's fun with friends, Rice.
Then you wouldn't know.
A lot of fun with friends.
It's fun with friends. Oh wow, you changed the word.
Look at you. Look at that.
Word manipulation. You are a rapper.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
What?
And Rice, boy, what have you been playing?
A little bit of Destiny 2.
A little bit.
A little bit. lots of Minecraft.
Mm-hmm.
I've been taking some time to look at the PlayStation Plus catalog. Uh,
Oh, speak to it, sir.
you know, how you go through a streaming service and sometimes you watch through trailers.
Mm-hmm.
I've been doing that,
Okay.
watching trailers and maybe playing an hour of certain games just to see if it kind of hooks me. One game that stood out in particular for that was Sword of the Sea.
Yes, dude.
Yeah,
Loved it.
oh, such a just like cozy and really really good sit of a game. So
Mm-hmm.
if you're subscribed to PlayStation Plus, give Sword of the Sea a try. It'll be candy for your eyes.
Mm-hmm.
Really nice, soothing music and sound. So, yeah, that one I dove into. But tonight, particularly, I will be playing some Borderlands 4.
Okay. Have you started it yet?
No, this will be my start.
Okay.
So I will have thoughts next week.
Okay. I'm curious to hear what you think. I've seen a lot of very positive stuff
Yes.
online. People seem stoked about it. So I hope it resonates with you. People seem to be really liking it.
Yeah, thanks, man. We'll see. We'll see.
As for myself, I'm continuing to play Ghost of Yotei, but that is all I'll say
Mm.
about that. But what I can talk about is the fact that I'm playing and reviewing, and I'll have my review very, very soon on the site. But what I can talk about is Trails in the Sky first chapter.
Oh,
Um,
sick.
I love the Trails series. Anybody who knows me, shout out to Savoy Prime and the rest of the Falcom Bros who deeply adore this series. Trails in the Sky first chapter is a remake of the first kind of canonical one. There were Trails games before that, but this was the one that really kind of set off what would become the modern era in the last like 13 games of storytelling. A lot of people have asked me, where's the perfect jumping on point? There are different arcs within this that happen with different characters. But Trails in the Sky was where everything started, and I'm happy to say first chapter is an incredible remake. They've added voice acting that truly brings these characters to life. For anybody who's like been playing along with the series, we've seen these characters voiced before, and the voice work continues to be fantastic. The graphics are gorgeous, like this, like
Love
really,
it.
really beautiful, cel shaded, like a very anime Ghibli esque, like kind
Give
of
it to me. Yeah.
feel to it that just feels so good. They brought over the action combat from Daybreak, where like you start off with some action, you can like kind of pepper them and fight them in the field, and then if you stun them, you can switch to tactical combat, kind of hopping into the kind of the more turn-based nature of it. Or you can hop into that right away if that's your preferred style, but you can kind of get 100% these battles just the action combat that continues to just feel great. Or you can do it all tactical, or you can do a mix of the both. And it really does feel good to kind of it's seamless to hop in and out of these battles. It just feels great to play. It's still some of my favorite. It's one of my favorite combat systems across all of gaming. Just how fluid it is, how the arts, which are like your skills and your your crafts, which are like your skills, and your arts, which are like your magic, and kind of blending all this together. Story, even like 20 some odd years later since it originally came out, is still fantastic. These characters have so much life in them, and there's just so much. And like you start to see, if you've played any of the rest of the Trail series, it's so fun coming back and seeing where all these characters, because there's so many that are so important, where they started, and kind of just revisiting this world. It truly feels like an adventure because you're going from place to place. Kind of your young bracers, which are almost like well-to-do mercenaries in a way. They're like if cops were good. And it's like about as you're trying to like help the community and you're fighting monsters, and as you start off as junior bracers and you have to travel the world, and to become senior bracers you have to get basically like accept not acceptations, recommendations, there we go, that wasn't a word that I was trying to say before,
Word.
from like the different branches from around the world. So you're truly like, there's no hub, you don't like kind of come and go from one place, you're truly like on this adventure, moving across the country, and really seeing a lot of it. It's fantastic. Any
Hell yeah.
any RPG fans owes themselves these games to play. And I'll say in advance, I'm sorry, because if the first one gets you, you're on the hook the rest of the way. And the series is like 13 out games deep at this point, and all of them are interconnected, all of them are building on one another. It's crazy work. but it's also some of the best storytelling, character writing, and just combat. Period. So I'm gonna have like my full review on the channel in the next day or two, but it is incredible. I just don't want people to sleep on this and this like deluge of incredible games that we have. That that is the fall of 2025.
Don't do it.
Trails in the Sky first chapter is just genuinely incredible.
Hell yeah.
Denny, I know you played the demo and you liked what you played. Is this a day one pickup for you? Is this a possibility that you might kind of wander on over to?
I'll probably wander on over to it. Yeah, I'll wander over to it. I don't know if it'll be a day one pickup. There's already way too much on my backlog, as we know.
It's never a day one for him.
Hey, shut up.
He might pick it up day one. Well,
I'll pick it up day one. I'll probably play like day 734. But
yeah, there you go.
That's fair. That's fair. Leave it in the back of your trunk.
Over 2 days.
Hey, dude, get out of my trunk. Seriously, like get out. There are games in the back of my trunk.
See,
seriously.
See,
we know you.
We know you.
You guys.
But yeah, so Trails of the Sky first chapter. It's incredible. Go check it out. Highly recommend it. I love that series and I love that game so much. But without further ado, my friends, let's hop into it. Let's talk some news. We got some stuff that we got to talk about this week.
Let's go.
And let's kick things off with some scuttlebutt around Battlefield 6's Battle Royale. This is coming from Andy Robinson over at VGC. Battlefield 6's Battle Royale revealed 100 players and quote-unquote destruction everywhere. EA has revealed the first details of Battlefield 6's Battle Royale mode, which will feature 100 players, destructible environments, vehicles, and more. It's entering testing this week. Quoted as the deadliest ring in Battle Royale. So in a lot of other games like Fortnite, if you get caught as the ring shrinks, you're kind of able to fight your way back in Battlefield. If it catches you, you're dead. Like you cannot get caught outside the ring or you're donezo. You'll pick your kind of loadout or your class kind of thing before the match starts, and as you earn XP, you'll level up and gain access to new traits associated with the enhanced class. For example, the assault class will become faster at equipping armor. So it seems like kind of carrying over the class-based fights that, as we know in kind of classic Battlefield multiplayer, is going to be kind of brought over to the Battlefield to the Battle Royale as well. There's going to be side objectives to try and complete, like weapons cache, vehicle keys, or a redeploy unit. There's a whole lot going on. So, we don't have any word or confirmation about whether this will be launching alongside Battlefield 6 proper on October 10th. But I'm curious. I have to say it's the most curious I've been about a battle royale in a hot minute, and I wanted to see if it does anything for either one of you.
So
tell me.
Go ahead, Denny. I'm sorry.
All right. No, that's fine. So I like the changes.
So what I think is that.
No, go ahead, Rice. Tell us how you feel.
Incredible.
Sorry, I actually didn't have a thought. Go ahead.
That's okay. I like the small changes that they made to make it stand out from other battle royales. Because yeah, I've seen people play Warzone and Fortnite, and they do, like, again, using the ring for cover is a common strat. Also, like, it's cool because it's not the whole main focus of the game. Like, Battlefield 6 has so much more to offer that this is not just, it's one selling point. So
yeah,
I think it makes it more accessible for everyone, so people have the opportunity to go and play it. And I don't, like you said, we don't know much about it. Is it going to be a free add-on? Is it going to be like Warzone? Is it going to be like you have to buy Battlefield 6? Might be a tough sell for you to buy it for Battlefield 6, but then it's just an extra feature. So if you're already going to buy Battlefield 6, you get this, right? So
yeah, I think that's a great point, because we don't know about how this kind of launch will roll out, whether it's included with the package or whether it's going to be kind of this free to play standalone like Warzone is. Rice, what do you think? What do you think has to work here for this battle royale to hit?
Yeah, to echo Denny's point, like it's Battlefield with the option of a battle royale, which I think is quite intriguing, because there's such an oversaturation of battle royale, and other games already do that so well. That's their identity. I think that there's really nothing to lose here for fans that are already bought in, and this mode could bring even more players to the base. So Yeah, so it's we're not losing anything here as people who know Battlefield. We're only getting more. And so for those reasons, I'm definitely going to be in there. I think that
Mhm.
I do have a community that would just like have a blast in there. And I mean, all destruction mayhem is pretty awesome. So I
Yep.
think that they're already starting with some big swings. So that's a good positive for me at least.
Yeah, I really like the idea of like the circle being this like if you're get caught, you're done.
Yeah.
Because I one of the things that stressed me out about Fortnite is like you could be in the circle and it could be like a
Right.
1v1 and the circle's tiny, you're desperately looking around and like a shot rings out from like outside the circle. You're like, what's the point?
I know.
Why? Like,
While they're
come on.
building the Vatican, and I'm
Yeah.
just here like I'm just here
It's
sniffing
it's
clue. Like
it's
what?
it's the actual Pope out there in the papal in the what is it the Pope mobile
The Pope
just taking
Mobile.
shots. Just watch out if you're on any university campuses. Moving on.
Oh,
Whoa!
Moving
Okay.
on. Let's
Next
go
topic.
on. Moving on to PlayStation Plus. This is coming from PlayStation proper. We got our PlayStation Plus games for the month of September. This is the Plus game catalog for Extra and Premium. WWE 2K25 is kind of the headline game on PS5, PS4. Persona 5 Tactica across both of the same. Green Hell across both. Fate Samurai Remnant across both as well. Crow Country hitting both as well. The Invincible on PS5. Conscript on
Wow.
PS5. And hitting PlayStation Plus Premium is Legacy of Kain Defiance across both. How are you feeling about this month, Benny?
I like it.
Tell me why.
Well, WWE 2K25 is not the reason why.
I'm shocked.
Right? Because I'm the world's biggest wrestling fan. I haven't played Persona 5.
Hold on, sidebar. Have either one of you ever been into wrestling?
Very briefly.
I've been in and out. I don't call myself a true fan. I'm only adjacent to the real fans that are my friends.
True.
And I'm a highlight watcher.
I feel like
I'm
for
like,
me,
I'm
like
like that with sports.
like I knew nobody who ever liked wrestling, and then once I like got into this, like the communities online here, and everybody's like, "Yo, WrestleMania!" I'm like, "What the fuck? People care about this?" It just caught me off guard. Like I don't nothing against it. I've just never engaged with it, so it just caught me off guard how many people like really love wrestling. You know?
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
like horse people.
Sure.
You know, people
It's
who really love horses, like really love horses.
yeah. It's a huge fandom. I didn't really come to appreciate it as much as my friends, but I understand and love that they love it so much
Exactly.
as like a performance art.
Yeah.
So like they buy into all of the characters and like it's a whole thing. It's very
Mhm.
good.
Sorry,
I
Danny, I
understand.
interrupted you.
Sorry, are we still talking about wrestling or horses now?
Both.
Oh,
Both.
Yeah.
Okay.
Especially if you got some wrestling horses.
See, I'd pay to see that. That I would pay to see.
There we go. In Buckley's.
In Buckley's. Yeah, sorry. What? Oh, we're so off topic.
Oh
today. I
my
love
God.
this.
Denny, PlayStation Plus,
yes.
how are we feeling? Not
Love it.
WWE.
Okay, love it. Don't care for WWE, but Persona 5 Tactics has my attention, as well as Legacy of Kain, because I did not get to play Defiant.
There you go. Race, anything on the pull list for you this month?
Listen, I think that this is a pretty like wide range on the spectrum of genres. And one thing that did catch is Fate. Is that in the world of the anime? Or is that a completely separate thing?
I don't know, because the Fate series is so massive that I get lost
I know,
on
it's so big.
which of it
Let me check that.
is like canon or not canon or different timelines. I know timelines
Sure.
are a big thing with Fate. I liked Fate Stay just fine. But this is Fate Samurai. So I don't know how all of this loops into each other.
It's not part of it.
It's just
So
like
it's different. And there will be an anime adaptation for this specific title. itself.
Interesting.
So separate from the whole universe. Yeah, but that caught my eye just because of my weeb tendencies. I don't know. I don't think that anything else really caught me, but what is the Invincible? Like, I really don't know any of these titles.
I don't know what the Invincible
Um,
is either. I've heard this name before, but I've never really checked it out.
mhm.
For me, I mean, Tactica is fantastic. I love this game. Both Strikers and Tactica are genuinely fantastic spin-offs. If as a Persona fan, if you've played neither of them, this one has some really cool mechanics. And
Is
it's
this
just a
kind of
lot
like a
of fun.
chibi art style too?
Yeah, it's a chibi art style, and it's like a tactics, like a Fire Emblem or a Final Fantasy Tactics.
Got it.
And it's just really good. Like genuinely great writing, some really fantastic new additions to the cast. Um, and then Crow Country is one that I've kind of had my eye on. It's like this like horror game that's inspired by like classic Resident Evil. And like coming
Ah,
into spooky season around October, I'm pretty sure this got like some pretty good reviews when it launched like a year ago. And it's one that I've always been like,
okay.
I'd be curious to check it out. I'm not a massive horror person. I like it occasionally. But it's kind of one that I was like, you know what? I'll give this a spin. And now that it's hitting the service, I might wait a month and kind of as we get closer to Halloween, I might hop into some Crow Country. Because
Hell
I think
yeah.
it's supposed to be pretty good. It's a solid month. I think it's a good month.
Yeah.
I think it's a solid one overall. Speaking of spooky stuff, Pacific Drive has a new expansion announced, and it is coming later this year. This is coming once again from the PlayStation blog. Pacific Drive expansion Whispers in the Woods launches this year and includes a new story content, brings artifacts, fanatics, and mystery to the zone. Pacific Drive launched back in February 2024. You're going to return to the zone. There is a new area, I believe, new stuff to do, a whole lot of stuff going on in this one. I bought Pacific Drive and played a couple hours of it, and I was actually really liking what it was doing as far as the vibes and the kind of like, this like almost bond that you get with your car as you like strive to like fix it up and keep it going. And then I
Yeah.
fell off just because I think there were other things that I was playing. But with this expansion, this may be time that I go back. Similarly, like October spooky vibes. I've always wanted to kind of give this game a proper playthrough, and this expansion might be kind of what brings me back. But is Pacific Drive on anybody else's radar?
Negative, but I think you might have sold it. This looks interesting enough for me to be like, yes, absolutely.
It was kind of Skill Up's
Anything
review that kind of sold me on it, because he basically went on to say how like it's like really clunky and laborious with the amount of work that you have to put into your car, but like because of that, it kind of like that nature of this kind of these like spooky road trips where you're like trying desperately to keep your car alive.
Yeah.
Ends
There's
up
a
being pretty
payoff.
cool. Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. I like that. Oh, we'll see. I'm looking for spooky ideas for streams. So
Yeah. Let's keep things going.
Yes, sir.
There is guys. There is
There
a
is.
new Mega Man collection coming. And it's one that I've been very much looking forward to. Mega Man Star Force Legacy Collection announced. This is written by Bobby the Don himself over here at Console Creatures. The comprehensive collection will finally bring together the successor to the Mega Man Battle Network series to modern consoles and PC. It's going to include Star Force Leo, Star Force Dragon, Star Force Pegasus, Star Force 2 Zerker X Ninja, Star Force 2 Zerker X Saurian, Star Force 3 Black Ace, Star Force 3 Red Joker, and also online. I mean, you're going to be able to battle and trade cards. Coming in 2026 to all modern consoles and PC. Star Force has like a special place in my heart. I myself, as I'm a much bigger Battle Network fan, but I played a bunch of Star Force as well. I don't think I ever got around to playing the third games of the series. So this is like, I'm excited to check this out. Denny, I saw you popping off as well. Are you a Star Force guy?
I'm a general Mega Man fan.
Yeah.
So yes, I had Leo for the first one.
Mm-hmm.
And I can't remember which one I had for the second one, but yeah, they're great games, awesome, and it's been a thing where I have been collecting the Legacy collection, so I do have like and the Anniversary collection, so I do have like the Mega Man X, Mega Man Battle Network Legacy collection. I will definitely be happily buying this on day one. My only teeny tiny thing I would have liked to see if we're talking about a Legacy collection is they never added the crossover game
Yes.
with Star Force and Battle Network. If that was on here, I probably would have flipped something and I would not be available for the podcast for the rest of the day. Because I would have been that hyped. But other than that, no, this is great. This is going to be a Switch buy for me because it's going to be the only way I want to play it. It is a handheld game, so I want that handheld experience. But yeah, just over the moon, no space pun intended. And just I'm ready for it. I'm here. Dave, like, let's go.
I'm very, very excited. I just need, like, after this, I didn't ever really think they would do Star Force, but I'm very happy that they're doing them. I need Legends. I need Legends collection because that is the only one that we're really missing now that Star Force is on its way. Legends again has just such a weird special place in my heart from back in the day. I remember picking it up like, oh look, Mega Man, and I was like, what the fuck is this? And then falling in love with it. So I need a Legends collection.
Yeah. And they need to do something to for Legends. If they do something, they need to bring 3 into it somehow, like what they had done for 3. What was it called? Mega Man Legends 3 Project or whatever.
Something like that.
Yeah, they need to bring that in.
I'm with you.
Yes,
I hope they do.
Legends just need to come.
Give me Legends. Let's touch on a couple reviews actually, because we had some big games launch and some reviews hit. Borderlands 4, of course, as I said mentioned, sitting with an 85 on OpenCritic. Coming out the gate very, very strong. Rice, how are you feeling about like the positive reception of the game? Because we had spoken, at length. You've been playing the rest of the series kind of in lead up to this one coming out, and whether it was going to be successful or not, and how they're going to stick the landing. And seemingly, people really vibe with it.
Yeah, bro. So I have a small group of people that we're really taking some deep dives in the Borderlands ethos because we're big fans of the franchise. We think that the franchise peaked at 2, and so there were opinions coming into this because of 3's kind of underperformance at launch. And so there's a lot of talking points, and I think that the fact that I'm also a Destiny player and the feedback that I've been getting from my friends is that this right here is kind of an amalgamation of what Destiny was and what Borderlands was. 2 games that actually kind of brought me in, and those games were where I developed a lot of strong friendships and memories. And so that those positive things alone are huge. So I'm excited to see how that plays out in terms of story, in terms of matchmaking, and also general mechanics and experience of the world. So if the amalgamation that they speak of is true, then this might be a game that I will be maining and daily driving. So we'll see. I'm hoping for that. I'm hoping to really kind of reignite that passion and excitement towards a looter shooter. And I think that this is going to be a great place to start that again. So, yeah.
I'm excited for you, man. I'm like, if I wasn't buried in other stuff, I would actually be kind of considering hopping into this one because it looks great and people seem to be really enjoying it. So I'm excited to hear your thoughts next week.
Cool.
Speaking of stuff that I'm very excited to get buried in, Digimon Story Time Stranger, this is coming from Bobby himself over here at Console Creatures, has a demo that's available now on consoles and PC. It's split into 2 sections. The first is the prologue, where you play as the Adamas agent who is investigating a disturbance happening in Shinjuku. Progress does carry over on to the full game, which comes out October 3rd, I believe. And then a second part of the demo that gives you a little bit more of the open world stuff. October 3rd. Yeah. I wanted to shout this out because I'm seeing a lot of really positive buzz around Time Stranger in a way that has caught me off guard and has made my Digimon loving heart very happy. I want to shout out Jess. Here we go. Jess Reyes's preview over on GameSpot. I encourage you to go check it out for the full read. But a lot of the previews are like very positive and like very like in a way that's like, this is, Digimon at its best in terms of like an interesting story and like great battle mechanics and fantastic graphics. Like this is the Digimon game that I have always wanted and
Hell
felt
yeah.
like I would never get, just because, you know, this series has always been more niche when compared to Pokemon. And now, you know, Time Stranger's just around the corner, and seemingly people are really vibing with what people have played, and they played, you know, upwards of 4 hours of it. So I encourage people to go check it out. But anybody who's like curious or on the fence, or is looking for a game that's going to be better than Pokemon Legends ZA, go check out the demo. I'm saying that with my full chest right now.
Fighting words. Hope.
I have no doubt in my mind that this game is going to be better than Pokemon Legends ZA, which I'm already mad about with them like locking megas behind online play.
Oh
and stuff.
yeah.
Like, get
Oh
fucked.
yeah. Hey,
Go check out
your
the
shit,
demo.
bro.
I'm not checking out the demo just because I like if I start it, I want to keep playing it, and I'm not going to be able to.
You want a fresh
But, like,
experience, and
yeah,
you want to
but
continue it. Yeah.
but anybody who's curious about Time Stranger, I encourage you to go check out the demo, because I'm hearing great things. People seem to be really liking it.
I'm gonna check out the demo just because you talking your shit right now.
Thanks,
bro.
man.
I already have the demo downloaded. That's what I'm doing after we're done here.
Oh hell,
Let's go.
yeah, I'm so stoked, guys. Like literally in a span of a couple of weeks, it's like Trails, it's Digimon, it's
Let's
Yote, it's Final Fantasy Tactics, it's No Sleep. But like I'm amped. I'm very, very excited.
Digimon also like yes, Pokemon, sure, it's this huge thing, but Digimon I feel like had substance that I think older fans could invest in. And it was a universe that we were like, "Oh, I really feel like we could be these people." Like it was that attainable, even though there were still monsters, whatever.
I mean,
But you mean
I was just gonna say we were '90s kids. We totally did live that life with Tamagotchis, obviously. So
oh sure, absolutely. So anyway, I just wanted to say that because Digimon is so slept on for some people. So
Dude, and especially like if you start going into the anime where, like, you know, the third season is like strangely dark as fuck. Genuinely incredible as well. Like if you
yeah.
haven't seen Tamers, it is
Mhm.
insanely good, like genuinely fantastic anime. And then like Digimon Survive, which was like the tactics, like, you know, visual
Yeah.
novel that hit a couple years ago, also like really dark, like characters die
Great characters.
in
Yeah,
that
man.
game, like they
grief,
legit
all of that.
die. And like Digimon has never been scared to kind of tackle these more serious and like
Sure.
more human topics.
Yeah.
So if Time Stranger can kind of, you know, even touch on that a little bit, I'm expecting like a more, you know, kind of fun experience than a darker one when it comes to Time Stranger. But like I'm in. And again, you know, these characters are adults. You know, they're not
Are you
children.
partial to any Digimon?
Dude? Can you
That-
okay, hold on. Can you guess my favorite Digimon evolution line? Just give me like the rookie, if you can nail it. And I'll give you a hint. It's from the first season.
Gabumon?
No. That was my
Agumon?
youngest brother's. Agumon was my number 2, but there was a different one for number 1.
Patamon.
Yeah.
oh,
Patamon,
okay.
Patamon
Let's go.
is my guy. And like
Let's
the Angemon
go.
evolution line is just fire as fuck.
It is fire.
I had this like literally this little Patamon stuffy that I've had since like I was a kid, which I've now passed on to my daughter because like I found it again in my parents' basement.
Yes.
And I love that thing so much. Yeah, Patamon and Patamon, one of the starters in Time Stranger. So I'm
That's sick.
hyped.
Hell yeah.
I'm
One of the
hyped.
cutest too.
One of the
Arguably.
cutest, dude. And like that first moment in the anime when he finally evolves to Angemon for the first time, just to hand Devimon his entire ass.
Jeez.
Unbelievable.
Crazy.
And then again to take out Piedmon to the ultimate. Come on, man. Magna Angemon throwing up, fucking bringing out that, you know, giant gate, sending his ass to wherever he did. Incredible shit, dude.
So good.
Digimon's so good.
So
Man.
good.
I want to talk about state of play, guys, because we're heading into TGS season. We just got a massive Nintendo Direct this past week, 60 minutes long, full of stuff. And again, like Nintendo talked their shit a little bit. They dropped some interesting stuff in there. And you know, TGS is around the corner. I believe it was Sega that kind of dropped this splash screen. I think it was like 6 games that were going to be, you know, on the show floor, and like 3 or 4 of them were like, more information soon. So there's clearly stuff that isn't being talked about. There's rumors about a state of play. There's rumors about Wolverine testers are very, very happy with Wolverine. There's
Ooh,
rumors that the Venom game is still being worked on. There's a lot of scuttlebutt and hearsay kind of out in the
yeah,
ether right now. So I want to talk. I feel like a state of play is imminent. Sony traditionally does September state of plays to kind of tee up what's coming for the rest of the year and heading into next year, because once Yote hits in a couple weeks,
yeah,
that's
man,
kind of the last thing that we know from PlayStation.
yeah.
So Rice,
Mm.
are we getting a state of play soon? What do you think? What's feeling in your body?
I think so. Like what you just said, Ghost of Yote is the only kind of like anchor that
That's it.
they're setting down, you know? So
Mm,
I think that it's imperative or at least necessary uh to build some hype towards the end of this cycle, you know? And I don't know, man, like since the leaks and stuff, Insomniac hasn't really said much.
mhm,
And so to me, like these the grumblings, the scuttlebutt about anything that has to do with Spider-Man or Wolverine, like I'm I would not be surprised if that stuff is here and they're ready to really just show it off. So I'm maybe also hoping for that.
yeah, dude. Seriously.
But dude, like yeah, I think it's time, man. They gotta pull something out so we can really get excited about this new stuff because Nintendo Direct, you know, I think that people were like, "This is solid." There's
Mhm.
some big bangers that they announced, but like not all of it was.
No,
All of
it was a
some of the
good showing, but not
yes,
great in my opinion.
yeah, and it was just like, okay, this makes sense. These
Mhm,
are moves that make sense. And because you know, Xbox doesn't really have a competitive bone in this conversation right now. Yeah, this is a great opportunity. It would be very wise for PlayStation to be like, hey, these are the guns.
mhm.
These are the guns.
Especially because over the last few months, they've been kind of able to rest on the back-to-back hits of like, Death Stranding 2, into
Totally.
Ghost of Yote. But now we're heading into this nebulous area where like we don't know what's up next.
Mhm.
There's again, there's rumors, there's scuttlebutt, there's hearsay, but we haven't heard from the pony's mouth about what us Sony ponies are going to be playing very, very soon. So Denny, what are
Yes.
you anticipating? Is state of play real? Is it coming? What do you think we're going to see?
So I like to look at trends and see what happened last year.
Trends me,
And
daddy.
Right.
so we did get a state of play last year, and that's when they were talking a lot about the PS5 Pro. It's also when they actually announced Ghost of Yote. Um,
Right.
and now we're finally getting it. So um, they also announced the best controller, which was that Fortnite controller that Matt probably has like 6 of hiding in a closet.
Stop this. Just kick him off. Yes, exactly.
I'm fucking done. The Denny has been removed from stream.
Yeah,
All right, Trent's
as he
daddy,
was sipping
continue.
his Buckley's water.
Oh, Buckley's water this time. Anyways, I think we are going to see something to whether it is stuff that's already been leaked or maybe something new. I doubt something new, but definitely something that's been leaked. Like Rice said, to get us through the next 13 months. Perhaps to keep us hyped because yeah, we don't know anything really going in. It's all been a lot of third party announcements. But yeah, I genuinely believe just given how last year's state of play went, that they will set us up for the following year and give us something to look forward to.
I'm with you guys. I think this thing is relatively imminent. I think before TGS is a pretty much a slam dunk because the one
Mhm.
starts kind of leaking out because we don't really have like an opening night live or anything kind of like this massive kind of core showcase with TGS. It's more of kind of like a smattering of things happening around it. Like we know RGG is going to hit around there. We know that there are things kind of in the air. But let's kind of take a quick rundown because I think Wolverine, if it's still coming in 2026, which by all accounts and rumors it is,
Yeah,
they need to start talking about it, and they need to start
yesterday.
doing that soon. Um, it's like so much of the kind of thing around Wolverine has been the leaks, the gameplay footage that's been out there. Like you could find, if you really wanted to, you could find footage of Wolverine now, and it's kind of time for Insomniac and PlayStation to kind of take control of that narrative again.
Yeah, man.
They need that coming out party. If I was them, I'd be hitting with the story trailer, heading right into a gameplay trailer. Give us like 6 to 7 minutes of like, here's a 2-minute, trailer of CGI stuff. Move that into a gameplay trailer of like, a 5-minute gameplay deep dive showing us stuff off. Let's change the air around that game now, because
we have to.
Too much of it is just what other people have put out there, and I want it from Insomniac now. Like, give us what you want us to see.
Yeah.
Because
own it.
Exactly. All we've ever seen from that game officially is the bar teaser trailer, and it's been nothing since then. Yeah. So, if you're ready to talk about it, if it's still on track for 2026, I think you start making those moves now. And I mean, like, there's a bunch of other stuff. I'm gonna let's run down a list. I have a list here from Push Square about kind of the first party developers. Polyphony. Gran Turismo 7 came out kind of towards the beginning of the PS5 life cycle. I think it's too early for the next Gran Turismo, in my opinion.
Yep.
So I can't really see them being there. Team Asobi, I don't think we're gonna know it's too early. I mean, Astrobot just came out a year ago.
Yeah, and I mean, they've given us so much, so I ain't mad.
Yeah. Even if they show up and be like, "Here's another 5 levels," like, I'll take it, no problem.
Facts.
Give it to me. Fire Sprite, we still don't know what's going on with them. Are they closed? Or am I thinking of a different Fire?
I think we've actually addressed this multiple times.
Yeah, I don't know. I always get confused whether Fire Sprite's the one that got closed or not. I don't think they are. I think they're still going. So Fire Sprite,
not closed.
Not closed. So they've been quiet for a little while. People have like kind of guessed that it might be like an Until Dawn 2 or something coming from them. But we don't know anything. Is this the time where we get the Horizon stuff, Rice? Are we going to see that Horizon MMO or the Horizon multiplayer Monster Hunter type thing? Is this where we're finally getting like a Horizon lowdown?
As much as I don't really care for it, I think that that's probably something that's going to show up because of, how blatantly clear that they have been that live service is still something that is a huge goal.
Well, and to be fair, like, given it's been 3 years since Forbidden West.
Yes.
Yes. And like a year since the remake of the first.
Mm-hmm.
So like, despite feeling like there's been a lot of Horizon, we haven't actually had like a true new entry in 3 years now. So I mean, we might even hear about the next proper Horizon game. They might start talking about teaser stuff if it's a 3 to 4 year timeline is something that we can work in.
Yeah. And it'll be interesting to see, even just like since Lance Reddick had passed, but Silence being such a core character of the Horizon experience, the narrative especially, there's definitely questions around that. So it would be a great time to absolutely give us some of the reveals there for the future. So that would be great.
I do wonder about like the MMO and that rumored multiplayer game, and how much of the kind of more careful oversight that PlayStation has seemed to kind of come in since Concord, how much or how little that may have affected progress on those games. But
of course,
I guess we'll find out. Housemark. Oh, dude. Yeah, they revealed Saros. We got that teaser, and it's supposedly on the way in 2026. I would imagine we see that.
And that game
gameplay look.
I think we all agreed that we were intrigued at the very least. And the game looks like it's beautiful.
Dude, like Returnal, it's been since 2021. So like it's been a minute since we've had anything from them. It's been coming up on 4 years now.
Mm-hmm.
I think Housemark is an entirely realistic possibility. Naomi in the chat, me and mom say hi.
Hi mom, hi sis.
Hi Naomi. Hi.
Thanks
Mom.
for tuning in.
I think it's time we see Housemark.
Absolutely.
I think they're ready.
We and like, man, like the fan base, the PlayStation fan base, you know what I'm saying? Like the
Mm.
PlayStation princes and princesses and everything, we're wanting more, like more PlayStation, you know what I mean? So like if we're getting to a point where, the end of this console cycle, where I think that I'm hoping for just like nonstop, because like I'm gonna be spending money. We
Spend
will
that
be
money.
spending money, you know what I'm saying? Like, come on,
Mhm.
PlayStation users wanna be buying some stuff.
Especially
Well,
because
give it
it's
to
been a
us.
relatively quiet couple of years when it comes to first party, and
Exactly.
I say that fully knowing that there's been great games from first party,
Yeah,
but not at the same clip I feel like we had on the PS4.
sure.
Um, Media Molecule, man, Dreams came out a while ago. Do
Mhm,
you
mhm.
again? This isn't there. I feel like there's a bunch of these studios from PlayStation, these first party studios over the course of the last 5 years or so that because of COVID, maybe because of the also the kind of restructuring that's happened because of all this online live service chase. Media Molecule, we know Dreams didn't do that well.
Mm,
And I feel like the kind of the next game for Media Molecule is their kind of make or break. And I wonder if they're ready to show us what they're working on. What I feel like Dreams went too far into that creative space that gets harder to market to the
yeah,
masses. What are
yeah.
you expecting from Media Molecule in
I
2025, Bryce?
I think that, if we're going to compare that experience, the previous experience, to what should happen is, Um, I think that people are drawn to objectives,
Mhm.
and there is this really, really beautiful experience behind autonomy and creation. But I think that players also just need to they do need to work towards something. So, if there is something along the lines of giving us, a more linear experience, that's maybe what they need to draw an audience into what they're doing.
I feel you, Denny. Do you think Media Molecule is going to hit back with a new platformer?
Um, I hope so. I I really do, because Little Big Planet, I think, put them on the map. Um, and
Yeah.
honestly, have not really paid attention to what they've done since then.
Did
I
you
mean,
play Dreams, Matt?
so I played Tearaway. Tearaway is lovely. Again, like this very like creative platformer. I played some Dreams. I am not the type of person who, regardless of whether it's Dreams, Little Big Planet, or anything else, or Mario Maker or whatever, I'm not the type of person who goes into those spaces and creates. I will
Right.
go in and play other people's creations, and I will enjoy
Yep.
that. So with Dreams, I went in and I played like a bunch of random people's stuff. Um, but like there is like an inherent jank to it, obviously,
Yeah.
because these are experiences that are being crafted, by everyone and anyone, which is wonderful. But I kind of had my fill of that pretty quickly and was just never that interested to go back and see what else was there. Because I'm not I
Hmm.
from what I heard, like the actual tools that were there to create with were quite incredible in terms of like
Right.
the soundscapes that you could build, the tracks that you could build, the directing that you could do. There was a lot there for people who were looking for that, but that experience is not for me. I'm not that type of creative,
Yeah.
so I didn't spend much time in that at all.
Yeah. I mean, like, almost sounds like, these types of games would cater to an audience perhaps who aspire to even, video game design, development, and almost it almost owes itself like a like a course or something that people can engage in, like some sort of incentive for players to or to get inspired towards something like that. But you're right, it does not cater to every player's, you know, preferred experience when playing a game. So Yeah, I think that they got to hone in on that audience, perhaps, and know that audience well and deliver in a way that makes sense.
Here's what I'm
Make
gonna
it
say.
exciting.
I think Media Molecule has an Astrobot, a Super Mario Galaxy, Super Mario Odyssey. I think they have that in them. I think they could
Right.
come out with a truly unique, creative, and incredible platformer if they kind of took all of that creativity that they so obviously have and kind of funneled it through a medium that is clearer to read, more understandable, more sellable, I guess. Because even
Sure.
with Little Big Planet, like a lot of that was here's that creative aspect to it, which again, I never engaged it. I played Little Big Planet because it was fun to play with friends. And we'd run around and do some platforming. I think if they kind of took all of this kind of, creativity that they have kind of floating in the ether and made an Astrobot, made like a 3D
Mm,
platformer that
Mhm.
is entirely what they want to make, I think that they have in them like a truly incredible experience if they kind of hone that
right.
creativity a little more. Because I do think Media Molecule has that in them, but I do think that it like kind of their next game might be make or break for them as a studio.
I see. Hmm.
Okay, let's move on. Bend. We know Bend is working on stuff. They've been teasing stuff kind of over the year. We were a little bit surprised that the last kind of state of play, we didn't get anything from them because they had been kind of very active on socials leading up to that.
Right.
I wonder if we get the next thing from Ben because again, like the last thing that we've seen from them was Days Gone. So uh, Denny, what would you want to see out of Bend? From Bubsy to Siphon Filter to Days Gone, they've had a pretty varied
I,
trajectory.
I say bring back Siphon Filter.
That's right.
That's
You did say that.
I did
Yeah.
say that before, and I that's the hill I'm dying on. Bring back Siphon Filter. We haven't had a
Hyphen
Siphon
filter was
Filter,
good.
right? And we haven't had one in almost 20 years now.
It was, yeah, it was such a
Been a while.
phenomenal experience.
I think they could take a lot of what other games are doing, or at least take advantage of the tech and just make a good experience. But I
Yeah.
want Siphon Filter.
I think you're onto something, especially because like I feel like that style of game has kind of gone out of fashion for the last little bit. We still don't have a new Splinter Cell, even
That's
though it's
exactly
been
what I was
rumored
gonna
or
mention.
whatever.
Yep.
We don't have that yet. Perfect Dark was on the way, and that's obviously dead and buried now.
Yeah.
We don't. I mean, 007 is on the way, which is cool. But like, I think there is room, and I think it's time for that type of game because I feel like the late 2000s to like the mid 2010s, we had a lot of that game, and then we had none of it.
Mhm.
Yeah. Yeah.
Uh, I think kind of going back to the roots and kind of redialing back in on a Cypher filter would be pretty fucking cool.
I think so too, man. And those, hey, like in that whole realm, I loved the plethora of gadgets that you had in Siphon
Yep.
Filter.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yo, bring that stuff back. That's like that was so much fun, man.
It was so good.
And I mean, like,
Remember
yeah,
using the taser? But like if you had, okay, remember when I brought this out? The Game Shark,
mm-hmm.
right?
Yes. Yes. Yes.
On this Game Shark itself, there were codes that that allowed for basically unlock all gadgets. And
Mhm.
that taser, I spent countless hours just burning the shit out of enemies from far away. And I don't know why, but I found because the NPCs had voices.
Mm-hmm.
And so
Oh,
when
no.
you taste them and burn them or whatever, you could hear them go, ah,
I mean, especially that era, like the voice lines were so fucking funny.
so funny.
You know what I mean? I mean, yeah, like
Oh
I hope
man.
it's Siphon Filter. I just we already know like Days Gone is dead. I just
Yeah.
hope whatever they're doing, they're excited about and they're ready to show us. Similarly, Blue Point has been quiet for a
Hmm.
hot minute because last thing we got from them at the launch of the PS5 was the Demon Souls remake. And again,
Right.
they've been quiet ever since. We knew that they were working on something live action, live service that was canceled. I wonder what it is that they're doing. Are they going to go back to like kind of the remake wheelhouse? Um, Court's not here, but I will sound the infamous gong. Let this studio remake Infamous, the original, from the ground up.
Come
Give me
on,
like a
let's
full,
go.
complete overhaul. And
Yes.
I mean, the fact that Infamous isn't, a massive series at this point just continues to confuse me, given the continued,
Absolutely.
though it's waned popularity of the MCU, having this kind of like superhero adjacent property just
Mhm.
makes way too much sense, especially with like the
Totally.
morality of it all. Like we don't see a lot of those games anymore.
That's true.
I'd be down
Yeah.
for
Just
a new
give it to
Infamous,
us.
but whatever Blue Point's working on, again, like a lot of these studios have been quiet for a while, so I feel like if this next state of play like really has the potential to be something pretty cool, if even 2 or 3 of these studios come to play.
And it would make so much sense too, because even at the end of the cycle, if you have these new IPs come out, that's like great for the next iteration of the PlayStation. Like
Mhm.
Mhm.
it's such a great segue and a hype train, really. So
Mhm.
yeah, we should do this. Come on now, PlayStation, give it to us.
We know Haven's working on Fair Games. I'm sure we're gonna, if that's not dead, I'm sure we're going to see more of that. Insomniac we've spoken about already with Wolverine and the rumored Venom game or Spider-Man 3, whatever they're working on. Naughty Dog we know is making Intergalactic. I wouldn't be surprised if we get a bit of a gameplay trailer for
Same.
that.
That'd
I've
be
been
great.
seeing some articles here and there talking about that stuff. So.
That to me feels more like a Game Awards thing though. Like Naughty
Interesting. Okay.
Dog and Keeley have been kind of, kit and caboodle for a little while, going as far back as the original Last of Us. So I wouldn't be surprised if they hold that back.
Right. Fair enough.
San Diego, MLB The Show, obviously. Santa Monica, again, they've been quiet for a while. God of War Ragnarok hit a few years ago now. There is a lot of rumors about a 2D God of War, about a Greek God of War, about a new IP entirely. Cory Barlog's team, since he's been off of God of War, he wasn't even on God of War Ragnarok.
Yeah.
I would imagine we could get a tease for their next project,
Mm-hmm.
whatever that sci-fi looking thing is.
Oh, the rumors, Metroidvania style.
Yeah, so there's rumors that
Spin-off.
there's a Metroidvania God of War, but there's
Mhm.
also like Cory Barlog is doing something new entirely.
Oh, something completely. Okay, I see.
Yeah, a new IP I think was the thing.
I see.
And then Sucker Punch, but Sucker Punch is about to hit with Yote imminently. So like again, like I feel like there's a lot of these studios that have been kind of percolating and kind of in the wings for a little while. And I think it's time we start talking about it. Even if they're 2027 games, start
Yeah.
showing us what's in the pipeline so we get excited again, because like
Please.
give it to us.
Absolutely. We've been blue balling.
We've been blue balling. Let's
Seriously.
a question about the state of play coming from Dave. Go check out
Hi,
Remember
Dave.
64. Dave writes and saying the Nintendo Direct had a ton of stuff, not all of it a home run for sure. Does the next state of play need to match the hype? In my eyes, the roadmap for Sony is a lot lighter in comparison, especially after this week. Denny, speak to it.
Yep. No, 100%. Sony needs to come out swinging. I mean, we got a lot of stuff from Nintendo. Some of it great, some of it questionable. That VR headset thingy for the Virtual Boy. I don't understand it. Fine.
It failed 30 years ago.
Why are they? Yeah, but
Like
now it's like nostalgic.
And they're like,
Oh, they want it now.
They're like, here's a $110 peripheral for 14 games that will roll
And
out
you can
slowly
only use it
over years. And you gotta have
Oh, man.
NSO. Anyways, go on, Denny.
But
Yeah, I
but
already
they
ranted
want
about this.
Yeah, okay, go ahead.
No, sorry. What were you saying? But they want.
Oh, I was just really saying that Nintendo's just at a point where they're like, we're gonna put out stuff because we know you're gonna buy it. Even if you don't like it.
Nintendo's gone full Bowser at this point. Like they've
Full
really
Bowser.
embraced like the business side of the
They
thing.
know.
Like when Reggie left and like with Miyamoto and everything, like the Nintendo of now is a much different place than the last, than 10 years ago. They're playing the
Absolutely.
game a lot more now and they can get fucked for it.
Absolutely that. Yeah.
But in terms of Dave's question, yeah, I mean the next state of play needs to start teeing things up. I don't think they need to go as hard as the Nintendo Direct did. I wouldn't be upset if they did. but I definitely think they need to start gearing us up for the next 6 months at least.
Yeah.
And where Nintendo is swinging because the Switch 2 catalog is poo poo, right?
It's new, right?
It's
Very.
new. It's very, very new. Whereas PlayStation is at, it's at end, and so it has to swing in order to offset all of that.
Mm-hmm. Savoy Prime writes in, the homie saying, with Ghost of Yotei quickly approaching, what's your hype meter sitting at for it? Are you expecting it to be better than Tsushima, on par with it, or worse? Have a great show, fellas. I am going to abstain from this question.
I
so
am
Rice,
going to talk on it. Yeah.
Rice, you are very excited. Tell me more.
I'm very excited. I think it's going to be better. Because from what I've seen, don't make any faces, man. Just turn around. From what I've seen, it has it looks incredible. I think there's a lot of variety. There's just so much that I think has built upon a really solid foundation, everybody. And so I'm gonna stop it there and continue on with the podcast so that Matt can turn around and stop not reacting to this.
Denny, how do you feel?
I hope it does well. I think it will be better. My hype level is kind of the same, given that I didn't jump into Tsushima when it came out. So, but yeah, I expect it to do better. And kind of, yeah, I'll what's the word I'm looking for? Whatever Rice said sounds good, so I'll go with what Rice said.
You're optimistic.
Yes.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you, Matt, for your poker face.
No problem. Real easy being turned around. Yeah. Come back for my thoughts on September 25th. Come back. That brings us to the end of this week's show, folks. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. We appreciate all of you, as we always do, so very much. Thanks for hanging out with us. Denny, if people wanted to see and hear more from you, where could they do that?
They can find me on Twitch and Instagram. Mostly, but on other socials as well, there'll be a little sprinkling. So follow and find all of them on my Linktree. So Linktree/Denirukan Gaming.
Go find Denny and all the Denny spots. Check your resident pharmacies if you can't find them online. Rice, my boy, where can people see you?
Same as always, guys. Linktree /Rice BOYY TV. All of my affiliations are on there. I just want to say great job today, Matt, because you did some real adult stuff.
You did.
Before getting onto here, you stained your deck. You did a lot of physical work. You were out early and you were in late. Guys, this is the man right here, and he still makes time for this beautiful show for us to talk about some really awesome games and all the games that we love. So listen, if you haven't given Matt his flowers this week, give him his flowers. Okay, do it, because this guy works hard and we love him, and he's kind of cute, our PlayStation Prince.
Oh, dang.
Our PlayStation Peter Parker,
Archibald P. I appreciate that very much. Of course, this is one of my favorite, hours and change of the entire week. So I appreciate you both so very much. Getting out to hang out with you, Rice, and sometimes Denny is always just a warming place in my heart, depending on how much Buckley's he drinks. Thanks for checking us out, folks. Of course, you can find myself here at Console Creatures and more of my writing over at buttweiler.net. Keep it locked. The next couple of weeks are busy. You can expect plenty of myself across both sites for a lot of different reviews and coverage. So please be excited. Without further ado, folks, we'll see you next week. Be well. Take care of each other. And if it bears repeating, fuck Nazis. We'll see you next week. Bye.